Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wasteland 3. I have adjusted the audio mix a little bit. Some people were saying that they would like the dialogue to be louder, and the audio mix is always a fragile thing. It's a volatile situation. Hopefully I've not busted things up too much messing with it. So, I've taken a moment and sort of reassigned some of our inventory, put the rocket launcher on the person with the explosive skill. She now looks absolutely terrifying. Just, our group as a whole is really just a bunch of trustworthy, competent-looking people that I'm sure everyone is glad to have around. Now, I did take a moment more to look at Taiwan Jones's inventory between episodes, and it seems like basically Taiwan Jones has, the second-tier version of all the weapons. There's a pistol that's a little bit better than the pistols we have now, but requires 4 small arms, and a rifle that is kind of the same thing, but for the rifle skill. And unfortunately, we, just barely don't have enough money to really afford anything. So we'll remember this and come back, especially if we can find some more quests around here and make a little bit more money. It'll probably be worth picking up at least 1 or 2 improved weapons. So, to that end, let's keep looking around for opportunities to make money. What is going on here? Brygo's Little Vegas. Please tell me what's going on.
We're closed till further notice.
Oh yeah? Are you guys having some kind of problem that perhaps some out-of-towners could resolve? Oh, wait. Angry dogs? No, friendly dogs. Can I trade cat for dog? Is this a thing I have? Hi, buddy. Let us try to make friends. Make friends with dog. Oh, I was kind of hoping... Okay, do I have to dismiss the cat first? I'm just curious if the dogs give a different buff. The cat slinks around your ankles. Sorry, kitty, we gotta go our separate ways, because I need to see... It's fine, cats are very solitary. He doesn't care. Do dogs give a different buff? They do. 0.1 combat speed. Boy, I still don't actually know if that's, a good amount. Combat speed... So, I don't even actually know what combat speed is. Hold on a second. Can we... Unfortunately, it's a derived attribute, right? So it's not going to be on our attributes panel. Show stats? Here we go. This is what I want. Okay, so we know what con is. Base hit chance above 100%. That feels good. Critical chance, critical damage. Is this weapon dependent? Well, hold on. We'll come back to it. Penetration. Probably the numbers we're seeing here are weapon dependent. That would be my guess. And then armor. Higher armor reduces damage received unless the attacker's penetration meets or exceeds your armor. Unfortunately, still not a lot of math here. I would love to know what the actual amount of reduction from 5 armor is. But penetration completely negates the effect of armor, is what this implies, which seems like penetration's pretty useful then. Where are the things we're looking for here? Melee damage bonus... Alright, perception. There's not a lot of math in, any of this stuff. Okay, combat speed. Determines how far you can move during combat per each action point. That is a really unintuitive name for that thing. We knew it couldn't be initiative, because we already know that there is a stat that is called initiative, but combat speed extremely sounds like it's going to be initiative. Interesting. Okay. Initiative's also not what I would have thought it was. Determines your chances of getting the first combat turn if an enemy detects you. I mean, isn't this stat pretty bad then? Because you can almost always just open fire yourself. And then what is it exactly that determines... Well, I guess there is no turn order, right? It's just one team's turn, then the other team's turn. It's not like a system where a turn order is determined by character stats. So, okay, weird. Now we know, though. And that makes it feel like the dog is probably pretty bad, but if there's any character a dog's going to be good for, it's the one who's using the really short-range weapons. So I think we'll keep the dog around for now. Also, I will just steal everything that's not nailed down. Troy's Diary. A small book with a bunch of dicks drawn on the cover, and the words Troy's Dairy, don't fucking read. Someone with different handwriting has added the word moo. Hey, that has tremendous interest to us. And some stuff that's going to be worth some money. Ooh. Valuable junk. And okay, wow. That's a lot of scrap. That's enough scrap that we could buy a weapon from Taiwan Jones. We'll go back and do that eventually. Wow, there's so much garbage just laying on the streets. Arc weights. These metal rings can be attached to your weapon to improve motion transfer. +2 damage. Not bad. Look at all this valuable loot. We could try to get into the apartment building. Oh, what's going on over here? I see what's going on over here. Combat's going on over here. This is that encounter that we didn't have last time.
Hey!
Oh, got a little close.
Take a look at what these marshals and Dorsey's got on them.
He glances up from looting the corpses. I am a little surprised at the range at which we became visible there. That's my bad.
Those marshals were colleagues of mine. I'm gonna guess you didn't kill them, but you need to put all those valuables back and walk away.
Something tells me they're gonna find Marshal Kwan's line here a little unconvincing.
Fat chance! We got guns and ammo now. We don't take orders from marshals no more.
Well, I guess it's time, then. And unfortunately, we are all just standing out here in the open. Why? If you're gonna run up and shank somebody, why would that be the person you do it to? Just, like, think about the visuals of this. Also, what are you doing, my dude? Man just ran right up next to the hostile animals. That's what you get. Yo, actually, the animals are... The animals are doing some incredible work. Yeah, geez. Okay, so we have a lot of options here. So we only have 2 penetration against his 4 armor. What are we expecting damage-wise here? Bad. We're expecting non-lethal, but also at 2 AP, it's not really that bad. What about this? This is going to do some damage to people behind. Can I aim the cone? Yeah, I'd prefer to do it, obviously, like this. Can I get everybody? I sure can. Let's just take a couple of these, and then maybe run to cover or something. Although, I guess I'm going to blow up. It's possible I'm going to badly damage the only piece of nearby cover. One more time, Ringer.
Me with the money.
Okay, so it seems like shotguns are pretty good in this game, the way this combat system works. Let's not move him anywhere just yet. What do we want to do with you? Does it make sense to have you just shoot this guy? It feels like a waste, right? Like this is such a low tier threat that given the size of this gun and the 7 penetration and everything, it feels like I really ought to be doing some of this. But we should have somebody clean this guy up right now. I think that's probably Jim's job. Hey Jim, you got a pretty clean shot. You want to maybe do the thing? We're not going to kill in 1 hit. So I'm going to go ahead and use my precision strike. In the hopes of a headshot getting the job done.
Shit, ally down!
There we go. That'll clean things up a little bit. So hold on, let me tilt the battlefield a little. So Jim's got that guy too. I mean, that's probably what I want to do. Stepping to the side doesn't feel like it is going to make a difference. I'm just going to shoot him.
Life goes for cheap.
It's that strong leadership voice. So, damage bonus. Your leader took out multiple enemies in a single attack, boosting party morale. Oh, that's neat. I'm really into this combat leader system. This seems really cool. We're gonna abandon Jim with a little bit of AP left for the moment. This is probably the time to use brass. So we're never gonna get much of a shot on the guy in cover, and I can't use this weapon to destroy cover, can I? Even though in theory it should be, just, you know, given the volume and everything, it should be quite good at that, I would think. It takes 6 AP to fire it, so we're definitely only getting 1 shot no matter how we do this. I mean, we will kill whoever we shoot it at, right? 59% chance per bullet on 9 bullets when only 1 or 2 of them have to hit. We've definitely got him. I'll put this guy away because he's got higher health. Oh, right, line of fire. I'll put that guy away because it's such a good tactical move, is obviously what I meant. So we're not going to make it to actual cover here, but it looks like it's probably not going to be necessary to do so. Lucky action. Did I execute that without spending any action points? Luck is a powerful thing, it turns out. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to shoot that guy. I can actually get Skelly to cover, though, so I probably should. And then, you know what? You probably just bank. Although odds are decent that Quan's got this under control. I guess that guy's got real cover. Chance of hit's only a 52. Yeah, we probably actually do not have him. I guess just move to here and take the shot, although grouping up like this is a little bit dangerous. It's alright, Ringer has some AP left. We'll just move him. Okay, not a huge surprise. Yeah, we'll take the soft cover here and probably just reload. It's a nice cheap reload. Just move Jim to the side so he's less in that guy's line of sight. Alright, a decent chance the animals are just going to murder the hell out of this guy. It seems like having friendly animals is really good. Like, incredibly powerful, and like in addition to the buffs, which are neat, they just are really useful in combat. That probably will get less true as the game goes on. My guess is that as the enemies get bigger and tougher, the cats probably don't remain as effective against them. Alright, got ourselves a new shotgun, some scout armor, a bunch of money, bunch of good ammo. Alright. Well, I would have tried talking to him first, were that an option. Is there anything left on the bodies? Hard to say, but there are these dumpsters. Why don't we just dig through the trash? We're in a place in our lives where it might be a good idea to dig through the trash. That's just a sack of cat bones. And also some used kitty litter, which for some reason has value. I don't know who would want to buy that. Oh hey, free flamethrower. With... is this a single unit of fuel? Well, I mean, obviously take the flamethrower. Just some more junk and scrap, and some purified tar. Huh. Well, somebody will value it. And then with that, I think we have successfully looted out this encounter. Yeah, that was a lot of money we just earned. Let's swing back around to Taiwan Jones's place. You're not. You're snapping Jimmy Bob. What am I thinking over here?
Hey, chums! Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Emporium, my sardine lean.
Weird. Just a weird person. Alright. Sell the junk. That's a lot of junk. Okay, so like, for example, Army Revolver, 50 to 60 damage. It requires a little bit more skill, but it turns out Ratty or Jim does, in fact, have 4 skill points. I think it would be a very good idea for us to purchase one of these. Give me that. And then we could pick up some more flamethrower fuel. What else do you have damage-wise? So you have a flamethrower. Is this better or worse than my flamethrower? Mine is 99 penetration, 19 to 28 damage, while this is worse. It's not a lot worse. It's a little tiny bit worse. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. We can buy ourselves some armor. She has a pulse gun, which we already have one of. She has a cool laser pistol. That's pretty neat. 27 to 33 damage, but it's electric damage, which is a little bit non-ideal. I think I'll stick with the one we bought. And then, like, there's an assault rifle somewhere here. Like a traditional assault rifle, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, 17 to 21 times 3, although I don't think we have anybody with 5 automatic weapons. A 10% reduction in hit chance isn't that big of a deal. Okay, this one only requires 3 and is 11 to 13. What's your rifle like? Okay, that's a pretty considerable increase, and it has an ability attached to it. Yeah, man, that's quite expensive. We actually spent pretty much all of our money already on that nice pistol. Well, given Jim's tactical importance, I think it was probably the right thing. If we were only going to buy one gun, this was the one to buy. Shoots 9mm, which we have some of. Yeah, not too shabby. Okay. And then I'm just gonna pass you the... Oh, you can't really use it. So right now I have her with this in case we run into some robots or something. Does everybody else have like a reasonable second weapon? No. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hand her the flamethrower. She just feels better carrying it. She just wants to have it around. Quan can carry the pulse gun. He can be the one who's ready to deal with a robot. Brass is also, obviously, ready to deal with a robot. And then this thing is a pretty big increase. It fires actual bullets instead of spikes, which is a problem for us, because we don't have a ton of real ammo. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. We'll keep using the crappy gun for a minute here. We actually have pretty limited shotgun shells. Taiwan Jones have shells?
Hey, chums! Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Sardinely.
She probably does, right? She has ammo, yeah. These aren't that expensive. Yeah, maybe the right solution here is just to buy some shotgun shells. So, sorry, is it 5 for 1? If I do this, is it gonna... Okay, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. An interface where I can buy more than one at a time. I'm gonna buy 20 more shells. Maybe that's overkill. And then we'll just go ahead and equip the good shotgun. I don't know how expensive it is in terms of combat resources to equip stuff during combat, if it's even possible. Here, you don't even have any armor on yet because you are already plenty tough. Yo, that's actually a pretty good look, though. Brass is very visually impressive. Oh, right, and then I have this armor mod. Well, so it makes you run faster and gives you extra armor. I think that it would be a good idea for Ringer to have extra armor. So how do I do this? Do I click on the... Yeah, here we go. Modify. Modify this weapon with this thing. I'm assuming that doing this will permanently expend the exo knee, like we won't be able to remove it later. Which I am fine with. It's a low-level armor mod for some low-level armor. When we get better stuff, I'm sure we'll get better mods to go with it. Okay, and then... Oh, Jim leveled up. Yeah, we should... First of all, he got a perk point. We probably shouldn't spend our perk point until after we spend our skill points, right? Because we may get a new thing available. Well, I am... Let's see. Jim is 5 intelligence. I might want to push Jim to 6 intelligence. Obviously, crit chance and stuff, like his whole deal. He cares about crit a little bit, and then on top of that, the skill point. Yes. Go ahead and put that in. Jim's real sharp. So I'm kind of thinking we go more leadership. What are the perks in the leadership track again? Oh, there's this thing. You know what? Now that we have a full party, that seems great, actually. So give me at least 1 point of leadership, and then... So it seems like the ally bonuses increase pretty linearly. I really, really like this combat leader system. I think this is super cool. We're going to give him another point of lockpicking. We know that. We're going to take him up to 3 lockpicking. And then I'm also going to lean into, his ability to talk to people. Very rare man in the Wasteland who is, nice to people. Alright, and now that we got a crew, I kind of think rally is the play. I do wish that it told us how large the radius is, because that's going to affect, obviously, a great deal, whether or not this is the right pull. What are these basics? 1 quick slot, a couple points of armor, just some HP, evasion, and crit resistance. I wonder how much we're going to get crit by enemies. I wonder how much that's going to end up mattering. So, do we want additional strike rate or do we want rally? I'm going to take rally. I think this is probably going to have a bigger impact in situations where things are going poorly. You know, that's generally what I try to do, is get better at the places where I'm bad. Rather than just take, like, flat improvements. Okay, I feel pretty good about that whole swath of things we just did. Actually, though, that does remind me, the armor modding thing does remind me. We should have a look at Skelly's weapon modding thing. So we don't have any weapon mods, but we are... Oh, I also forgot to give Jim his new gun. So this fires 38s. What does a 38 look like? You have to forgive me. Don't know a ton about ammunition in the real world. Okay, that's enough. Well, I'm cool having him use the 38. And then, do we want to give him... We probably want to give him a shotgun for his offhand, right? Because it's still small guns. Like, he can actually use this. Okay. Anyway, what I was going to say is, we know that characters with... let's say this one. Characters with this thing can field strip weapons. So what exactly does this do? Okay, it just turns it into scrap. I was wondering if it was maybe the case that we would get, like, weapon mod parts, like a weapon modding currency that we will need later. Because we know that... Yeah, we know that there's a perk available, which she can take soon. Like, real soon. That will allow us to sometimes find weapon mods when doing that. But without that, it seems like we just get a small amount of monetary value out of it. Alright, well, I'm not even going to bother turning in that scrap because it's not worth anything. It was $5 worth of scrap. Where have we not been? We didn't go up here and turn left. I was going to, and then I got distracted. Hey, Marshal Lupinski, how's it going? Seems like you're having a rough one. Unshaven and slovenly, Marshal Lupinski shifts his unlit, half-smoked cigar to the corner of his mouth as you approach.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Can't really see the difference between you and the ordinary class of mercs.
Really? You look at brass and the word that comes to mind is ordinary?
Don't take that tone of voice with the Rangers, Lupinski.
Or what, Quan? You gonna arrest me? Fine. What do you want?
That's a great question. What's behind this gate?
It's the Garden of the Gods. Rocks, experimental farms, and now those fucking Dorseys.
Okay, let's not worry about this right now. We'll talk to the marshal or the sheriff first, and then we'll deal with this guy.
No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Hell yeah. Free bullets. You don't mind if I steal all the ammunition off your dead comrade, do you? Nope, he seems fine with it. Mary Milkteeth. That's... okay.
Welcome to Mary Milkteeth's Morning After Mart. If you did some things last night that you wish you hadn't, I got you covered. I can clean you up, sober you up, cure your ills, and get you ready to face the new day. Or maybe you got banged up in the Dorsey raid. I can help with that too. What do you need?
She sells medicine and also beer in red solo cups. What's your deal?
Just a simple humanitarian who saw a niche that needed filling. Now, are you buying or are you talking?
I can do two things at once. What do you have for sale?
Remedies for regret, children. Headache pills, hair of the dog, pills for the pox, pills for the pain, and first aid kits for those of you who might have started something you couldn't finish. All guaranteed to fill you with pep and put a spring in your step. What can I get you?
I feel like if we made it here with a need for first aid, that's a sign that we did in fact finish the thing we started. Yeah, let's trade.
There you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
I'm curious how expensive medical supplies will be. That's not too bad. 39 for the hypos, 19 for the medic packs. Is there anything here that's like really interesting? Suture kits. We might want to have some of those on hand. We got a doctor who can apply them. Drink to get good at punching. Drink to... okay, well this one's just... oh, I guess this sobers you up, I'm assuming? Given the description there, someone's got to be the designated driver. And it looks like different alcohols do not actually do any, like there's no different qualities of the effect. It's all the same 25% melee damage for the same duration. Okay, well I think we should actually get a couple of suture kits. Give me like 2 of these. You know, just in case.
I'm glad the merchants are already back to work.
No kidding.
Alright, is there anybody else around here who looks like they... Oh, you're doing something.
Terrible.
What even is that?
Ah, hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions, if you're here to learn about our wall.
I mean, he just told me who he is, but sure. Who are you?
I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine nuclear reactions at room temperatures, making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again.
But right now, I have to pay a tremendous amount of attention to this tubing? Yeah, okay, you seem pretty proud of it. Why don't you tell me about the Colorado Springs Wall?
It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies.
I don't know, man. It seems like enemies have those killdozers, right? Like, we got our killdozer from some Dorseys. I feel like that could probably do some real damage to a wall.
If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers from approaching. Such a pity.
So, I mean, it's really more of a theater thing than effectiveness. Especially since it clearly like doesn't actually keep people out. Alright, well, that sounds like a real problem.
Believe me, I understand. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck out there. Back to the wall.
So, in theory, when we resolve the problems with the kid, with the hacker kid, that'll get the oil shipments restarted, probably? Am I allowed to go in here? Apparently. Nobody's shooting at me, so it must be okay. Yo, that was a huge amount of blood that just shot out of that person. Hey there, Doc, you alright? A linebacker in a lab coat. This doctor is clearly weary, but works feverishly to bandage the bloody head of an unconscious young woman.
Hey, Doc. Quan, hope you won't take offense, but I've got no time for niceties. Dying people take precedence.
Understood, brother.
Well, can we do anything to help? And by we, I mean Ringer. He gestures toward the injured patients lying
They're
nearby.
in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them.
Well, lucky you, I just bought some suture kits. Yeah, whatever, what can we do? His shoulders sag with relief.
Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These folks are literally dying on us, so don't fuck around.
This is actually very lucky. We have all of those things on us. Yeah, got it.
We'll talk more when you come back. What now?
Well, it turns out I already have all those things. No, wait.
Good luck.
Do I not already have all those things? He said suture kit, injury kit, and... Yeah, we have a suture kit, we have an injury kit, and we have, I guess all of our medic packs are... Does this matter? Do I need to not have this in my quick slot? Oh, yeah. Okay, weird. I would have thought that would be usable from there.
What now?
I like that there was an audio alert and everything for when we have the stuff. That's a nice feature, especially for someone like me who's very forgetful. We got those supplies you asked for.
Finally. Get started on those patients.
Yeah, got it, no problem. He nods, allowing himself a quiet sigh of relief, then returns his attention to the injured woman. A ringer is immediately incredibly useful. This man is sitting clenched-teethed in a puddle of his own blood, a hand pressed to his belly. Intestines bulge from between the slats of his fingers. This might be beyond my skill. He won't last much longer without help. If you use one of your suture kits on him, you may be able to save his life.
It isn't.
Okay, I would like to do that then.
Bad, is it? Just
Do I have to...
flesh wound. Am I right? You should see the other guy.
There we go. I have to do it manually. It won't let me just do it in the
Closed my
menu.
wound. I won't miss staring at my own guts.
Yeah, no, those are supposed to be on the inside, generally speaking. Do we need to interact with them again, or am I good?
Would have
Yeah, okay,
bled
we're
to
good.
death without you.
Nearly unconscious woman. What's your deal? This woman is almost unconscious. Her body is a nightmare of bruises and welts. But at least she's breathing. Yeah, you gotta, you gotta look at the upsides. The damage is severe, but treatable with basic tools. Use your medic pack to save her life.
Stop. Why wouldn't...
This does make it especially silly that we had to remove the thing from our quick slot in order to get credit for having all the things when we are going to have to re-quick slot it in order to use it to actually do the quest.
What's going on? Did you patch me up?
Yep, I used my medical sorcery, because that's basically what that was, and then we know this last one's going to be an injury kit. This man doesn't appear to be in much pain, but he's intensely focused on his leg. White bone shears through the skin. He's clearly broken it in several places. Yeah, that's pretty bad. This may end poorly for him. You could use one of your injury kits to save his life.
To escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground stopping me.
Okay, it's not like a great grasp of physics then.
My leg! You said it! Still hurts like a bitch, but maybe I'll actually walk again.
Yeah, definitely don't try to do that for a while.
What now?
I feel like you could be a little bit more polite. I've done everything I can for these patients, they should all pull through.
Good. Thank you. One sec, though.
Gave me a stethoscope.
I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm grateful for what you've already done. But I need one more favor.
He wants me to go buy him some beer.
You see this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. I need to keep constant watch on her, and I need cleaner, safer facilities to do it.
That seems like a real problem. Fortunately, I think we might have just the solution.
If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Rangers. I just need to save her. What do you say?
I say I'm going to hold you to that juggling thing. Yeah, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. And mine. Need anything before I get my stuff together?
No, I'm cool. We can medical attention ourselves, right? Don't worry about it.
Then.
I do need to get some more medic packs, though. I would very much like to have more medic packs, and unfortunately, we're out of money to buy them.
Fine automobiles for our personal use?
Don't get cute.
Sorry.
Anyway, I didn't know they existed until my pa told me to go down to this old man's farm. He said he had a few cars we could take. What we didn't expect was 50 VWs in his garden, hanging around like shrubbery in a rich man's home. Damn waste of some good cars, but...
Huh. An Arapaho convoy truck is undergoing repairs. When you carry goods across all of Colorado, you're bound to take some
Let's
damage.
hope you got another career planned. I give it another 3 months before Pesa leaves you in the dust.
And so what if...
What is your... Are you going to sell me a car? Even in his old age, this man is impressive. Broad-shouldered and thick-necked. He wears his hair in thick white braids.
Hey, Jimmy. Glad to see you're okay. Dorsey's didn't get this far?
And now we know that Marshal Kwan has X-ray vision. That seems useful.
Yeah, they didn't bother with us. They were after folks wearing badges like yours. I would have shot those Dorseys dead if they'd walked in my garage. Haven't seen your friends before. If you folks are looking for help with your vehicle, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, what is this place?
This is the Colorado Springs Arapaho Station. We got stations all over Colorado, mostly for fixing and supplying our own fleet. But we fix vehicles and sell parts to anybody. I'm the manager, Jimmy Longhaul. That's my crew over there. You need any repairs or alterations to your ride, they're the ones who will put it all together. Best crew in the business.
And it looks like you also repair people?
Yeah? Oh, that's Doc Parker. He needed a place to set up his clinic, and we had the space, so good thing, too. Those Dorseys hurt a lot of people with that little raid of theirs. We brought as many as we could in here, and Doc's been patching them up as fast as he can. Only got 2 hands, though.
I feel like I probably should have investigated Parker a little bit before hiring him on, but, you know, just for the sake of argument, would you say Parker's a good doctor?
The best in Colorado Springs, no lie. He was the Patriarch's personal physician for a while. Took care of all the hoity-toits in Broadmoor Heights, too. Kinda pissed us off at the time, actually. Nice Arapaho boy, taking care of the hemorrhoids of the 100 families and turning his back on his own people. Came home in the end, though. Remembered who he was and set up his clinic here. Been serving the working people of Colorado Springs ever since.
Well, I bet there's a pretty interesting story in there somewhere. Can you tell us about your... If somebody came into my place of business and asked me this, I'd be very suspicious of them. But, can you tell us about your employees?
Co-workers, not employees. I only give the orders 'cause I take the orders, get me? Anyway, Fastback's the old one. Been with the station almost as long as I have. Wrench, the tall fella, thinks he's a heartbreaker, but he's the most sentimental sap you'll ever meet. And Pacer's our newest recruit. Don't mess with her. She's 10 pounds of attitude in a 5-pound bag.
Where do you even get a 5-pound bag of attitude? So, are you all Arapaho here?
At the moment? Yeah, I guess so. Driving and wrenching has kind of become the Arapaho brand. We pride ourselves on being the best mechanics and couriers in the West.
And what can you tell us about the Arapaho? This conversation's getting a little... It's definitely getting a little video gamey.
Well, except for those of us who run the stations, we mostly live on the road. The people of the convoy, some folks call us. And we've turned that way of life into a business. Arapaho service stations, Iron Thunder logistics, Arapaho caravan protection, and so on. While other folks were eating each other in the suburbs or fighting over mansions in Broadmoor Heights, we kept to the wildlands and didn't come back until civilization had reestablished itself. And when we came back, we came with services people needed. Transportation, protection, and repair. Been living well ever since.
You know what I mean? It's like, this is especially a very early in a video game, early in a CRPG kind of thing where it's just like, hello, stranger, can you please provide me with your personal backstory and some setting information? Do you hire outsiders?
Sure we do, if they're good enough. Takes a lot of skills to be better than an Arapaho, though.
And what exactly do you sell?
Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
So, this just gives mechanics +1 to the person who has it equipped. This'll give us a big loud truck horn, I guess. Ooh, a rhino cannon and repair kits. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if I assume our vehicle has a gun. I guess I could have investigated it a little more thoroughly. I don't actually know if this is an upgrade or not.
Y'all forgot that part.
Is there a way? If I hit? Nope, that's the wrong button. Let's try to figure out if there's a way that I can easily select everyone to keep us moving together. Also, Skelly totally leveled up off of doing quests in here. So, what do we want Skelly to pick up? Hey, Skelly's all like speed and awareness. Skelly's very much a fighter and a fire shooter, although apparently it's going to take some strength to operate these flamethrowers because they are in fact big guns. This requires 4 big guns. It doesn't actually have a strength requirement on it. So, like, this gun does, though, right? I definitely saw a machine gun that had a strength requirement. Maybe not these early ones. So, basically, I have no idea whether I need to put more points into strength for her. Let's... For the moment, I guess, let's just take awareness. Or we could work toward more coordination. It's one of these two things, right? We're definitely combat focused. I guess... Oh, the next point of awareness gives plus perception. I'll take that. She's our spotter, apparently. I kind of thought that that was going to be Jim's job, but then Jim got pulled in a lot of different directions. So I really wanted to be on weird science with her. Maybe we should just hold off. So we can't buy ourselves up to 4 big guns anyway. At 4 big guns, there is a perk that looks like it has a picture of a flamethrower in it, though. I'd really love to be able to get over there and look at that. Yeah, that looks like it's probably the right thing. Flamethrower hit chance. Okay, so we're probably going to want to buy big guns with her, but I'm going to hold on for the moment. And so we might hold on with her perk as well. No, I'm going to take this. She's going to be the one that finds all of our weapon mods. Oh, did I forget to... right, because I didn't apply the skill points on purpose. Okay. Wait, actually, it looks like there's a little alcove in the map here. Yeah, this is something. What's up with all these cotters? Grizzled and gnarled as an old oak tree, the round little woman scowls at you from under her scarf, eyes invisible in a face that has more wrinkles than skin. If that's the case, then what are they wrinkles of?
You got business with Mama Carter?
That's a great question. Yes?
Ha! No, you don't. Come back when you do. Until then, scram.
This is a slightly more realistic interaction. What about you, Tommy?
Talk to Mama. She always knows what to do.
Okay, well, she told me to scram, so I guess that's what to do. Alright, it might be time to actually go and talk to the sheriff. This is just a container. Am I allowed to... Is anybody going to mind if I just help myself here? Okay, it's not the kind of game where you have to be worried about that, I guess. Well, let's just loot all the things. Another exo knee, turret chassis, which apparently you cannot use for anything. I don't think we want to actually go buy in any other stuff. Hold on, did we go this way? Oh yeah, this way just leads to where we had that fight. And then this is the shop. So yeah, time to go talk to the sheriff, I guess. So we were told the sheriff's station is back here, right?
Family's taken hostage.
We should name this dog. Am I allowed to name the dog? I feel like just having it called Dog is not appropriate. The dog looks up at you expectantly. Who's a good dog? You're a good dog. The dog's tongue lolls happily as you scratch it behind the ears. You can pet the dog. Alright. That's all for now, although I would, again, really like to be able to name you. If someone's going in here to talk, it's Jim.
Marshals. Finally. I was beginning to think you were never going to help... Hold on now. You aren't marshals. You look like ruffians.
Hey.
Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour.
Are you always this rude?
I'm sorry. I was raised better than that. It's just...
Not really seeing a lot of evidence of that.
I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when.
We're the Arizona Rangers. We could help you.
Well, you look capable enough, but I don't know you from Adam. Why, you might be robbers or bandits.
With this haircut? Come on.
No. Thanks all the same, but I think I'll continue to wait on the proper authorities. Frustrating though that may be.
Well, that's pretty weird. Just, like, refusing to give me the quest.
I will not leave until you speak to me.
Okay, well, we'll talk to the sheriff. I'm sure that'll resolve that. What is your deal? Are you wearing a mask? Or, no, that's just your head. That's just what your hair looks like. Weird. Weird and bad. You've done a terrible job here. I'm just gonna help myself to the back areas of the station. Don't mind me. Alright. Looks like no loot in here. Why would they not keep a bunch of stuff in the interrogation room? Ah, here we go. Here's something I can steal from. Medic packs. Very glad to have them. You would think the sheriff's station is exactly the kind of place where they wouldn't want you running around just stealing everything. How do I... Oh, this room is accessed through here, and it requires more lockpicking than I have. Just barely, too. That's a real shame. Am I allowed to just go through?
We should build some more watchtowers around...
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers? We were told to expect you. Sheriff Daisy's waiting for you in the back.
There's an awful lot of weird ellipses in the writing here, right? And all the voice actors are doing their best to read the lines the way they're written, but it gives everybody a really strange, stilted way of speaking.
Thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Quan.
Hey, any advice on how to handle your boss?
Don't blink.
Alright, I'm taking that literally. Say, what are you working on there? You don't seem busy. I think you want to chat with me.
Reports. Lots of reports. The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's been exhausting.
Oh, sure. I'm sure the worst part of the raid is the paperwork. Can you tell us about the marshals? Could you give me some personal backstory and setting information?
It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Mostly, though, we do what Sheriff Daisy says. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
She's hungry for even more paperwork. She's a mad woman. Hey, that's a lot of guns. I would love to borrow some of those guns, if you don't mind. Do we want to make some coffee? Am I allowed to make coffee? The marshals must go through a bunker's worth of coffee every day. I am not allowed to steal their coffee. Medical supplies, sure, go for it. Who cares? Don't you dare touch that coffee.
How's your family? My mom and pa are safe. Still haven't heard from my sister. She was working near the museum when the attack started.
Jesus. Fucking Dorseys? I'm sure she's okay.
Yeah.
Let's just get everybody else in here, just in case it matters. Like, it's pretty important that... I should probably mostly be walking around as Skelly, right? Because Skelly has the awareness. And we get everybody's dialogue skills, no matter what. The sheriff is a statuesque woman with a graying blonde hair and steel in her smile.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure what she's doing with the emphasis on speak. Is that speak as a euphemism? Or is that emphasis like, hey, don't shoot them first. Talk to them first, then shoot them.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Okay, I'm glad Quan also felt that we wanted some clarification.
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Lucia Wesson wants to talk to you about rescuing her family from some Dorseys.
That girl? You think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me, too. Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you take little Miss Wesson with you when you go to save them. In fact, I'm gonna insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of.
Well, I'm sure that'll be good enough.
Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
Alright, let's grab Lucy and get out of here then. I think we've stolen everything there is to
I'm not sure why
steal.
the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I am the Miss Wesson she spoke of. Lucia Wesson, daughter
Yeah, I
of
know.
Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were taken hostage by the Dorseys, and I mean to free them. All of them. So, I am ready when you are.
Okay, hey, what exactly is the Garden of the Gods? Sheriff Daisy didn't say.
It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science.
Well, I'm sure you have the information necessary to make that claim.
But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious.
And what can you tell us about the Dorseys? Because, I don't know anything about them, obviously.
No good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 families, like us, but rotten. Backstabbers, every one of them. At least that's what my father says. They rebelled against the Patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed.
You know what? Before we go anywhere, we should probably have a quick chat about your combat experience.
Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot in the city.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
I'm not going to try to talk her out of it. You know what? All right, let's go. That's good enough for me. So let's have a quick look at her here. She's got a fancy gun owned by Lucia Wesson, so I'm assuming that means I can't... Oh no, she will let me unequip it. Am I allowed to equip it on other people? Is that the... Okay, yeah, that's what it is. This is a Lucia-specific weapon. Snapshot. They'll never see it coming. An extremely quick attack that costs only 1 AP but has minus 60% hit chance. And it looks like no cooldown or anything, so just spam it if you were like really desperate for... I don't know. It seems like generally it's going to be better to take the real shot. I guess if you only have 1 or 2 AP, just use it until it's done. And what do you got skill-wise? Small arms, weapon modding, just kind of horning in on everybody else's turf. That's fine. And you also have trick shot. Okay. I guess that'll do. There's a little bit of redundancy now in the party, but I think somehow we will deal. And we still don't really have anybody who's great at ranged combat. I mean, I guess Quan and Skelly are at least versatile in terms of range, so it's not like we all have to be right up close. I know where the Garden of the Gods is. He says, and then immediately forgets where he was going. Here we go. Here. Should we check these? No, we're not allowed to.
Well, much as I'd love to shoot the shit with you tryhards, Sheriff Daisy said to let you go on in. So, go on. Give them Dorseys some hell.
Who the hell calls someone a tryhard? Really?
Marshal Lipinski, I expect you to moderate your language in the presence of a young lady.
My apologies, Miss Wesson. I meant no disrespect. Best of luck to you and your companions here.
Yeah, you know, young ladies never curse. You got any idea how many Dorseys are in there?
Nope.
Great. Alright,
No
thanks.
room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Lucia's not wearing any armor. Do we want to fix that? I think I'm comfortable swapping some armor off of Brass. Can I just do this? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, here, we'll pass her this. Okay. I do like the way that looks on Brass, though. Alright, let's get to it. Let's maybe actually do the first real mission here. The Blood Beast is a breed of savage, skinless wolverine that the Dorseys train to track down bleeding prey. That's... Okay, I'm not a wildlife expert, but I think wolverines need skin. I think most things need skin, right? Also, you would think that it would be less effective at tracking down bleeding prey if it is also constantly getting blood everywhere. Isn't that going to sort of sully the trail? I don't know, I guess I'm in no position to tell a wolverine how to do its job. It's just like... Get some skin, you amateur.
Whoever just came up from the city, come in. This is Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high ledge. Can you reach me?
Should we just be a huge asshole to this guy for no reason? Yeah, we're the Rangers. Sit tight. We'll take care of these Dorseys.
Oh, thank God. I'll call out if I see you, as long as it's safe. Hey! You on the ledge! Hands up!
Well, that's not a great start.
Oh no. They found me.
Alright. We're pretty close to the hour here, but let's just take a little look. Am I allowed to tame a chicken? Yes, I could. Oh, wait, no, I cannot. It requires a higher level of Animal Whisperer, I think. Oh, no. It requires one. Doesn't he have one? He totally doesn't. I don't know why I thought I had given him a point of Animal Whisperer. I think we thought about it at some point. Well, then we better never dismiss his cat, because he'll never be able to take on anything new. So what is the deal with this? Leafy green vegetables are happily growing atop this rock spire, warmed by solar collectors and other weird devices. The snow melts into droplets of water before it reaches them. Okay, that's an interesting idea. So anyway, we're pretty close to the hour here, but we'll let's get a little bit actually done here. I wish I could zoom out a little more. So I'm assuming this would turn off the lights, which I guess would make it easier for us to sneak around. Nope, it actually turned on the lights. I thought that thing was already projecting light in that direction. Okay, bunch of suture kits and a great big pipe. I don't really think we have anybody who is into melee weapons.
Get down from there, or we're coming up. You don't want to do that. Oh yeah? Why not? I've got this whole place rigged to blow. That's why.
I don't think I believe him. Well, let's get involved. I wanna... Damn it.
Where did you come from? Back the hell off, or you're dead.
I was trying to get around into a position where he didn't have cover from us anymore. Okay, I don't have enough weird science for whatever that would be. I feel like if I tell him to calm down, it is definitely just going to result in a fight where they get to have the first turn. I mean, the sheriff did specifically ask us to try to talk to them first, though. Alright, let's do it. Calm down, let's talk this out like adults.
You saying I'm a child?
Yep, okay.
You're the one who's in for a whooping.
You know, I tried. The important thing is I tried.
Blades are coming for you.
Alright, so the one with the gun is way back there. Hey! You leave my cat alone. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Of course people can attack the animals.
Damn it, I ain't got time to bleed.
I do wish the combat animations played a little bit faster. I can probably turn the speed up on those.
They see us.
Alright, the position of the cats is a little bit awkward. I'm assuming that if I try to shotgun this whole group of people, I will in fact harm my friendlies. But it did say in the difficulty indicator that there is no friendly fire. Yeah, it looks like they like really mean that. Will that being the case, I think I want to move him around here and do this. Although, it takes 3 AP to fire the gun. If we stop here, we get to shoot twice. Is it really not going to do any damage to the friendlies? That seems crazy. Yeah, wow. So the difference between friendly fire and no friendly fire is actually really huge. And then... it's totally trivial to kill this guy. Let's have Jim pick that guy up right now. I should probably have started with this. Because we can get that multi-kill off, right? So wait, not everybody got it, though. I guess it affects a pretty small area. Okay. Good to know. Skelly is bleeding pretty badly. We don't need to address it right this second. So... oh, there's another dude over there. I didn't even see that guy. Alright, well, I think this is the right move, then. Definitely want to open up on this one. So, Quan is real far back. I was hoping that, you know, having everybody selected, moving people all at the same time, would prevent this from happening. I think we'll just have him charge up. Brass is not going to be able to fire either of these guns. Maybe I should have Brass equipped with like a pistol or something in the offhand, just so that we can move and shoot if we need to. Oh, lucky action. I think our lucky action chance is pretty low, if I'm not mistaken. It's a hell of a thing that keeps happening. So we were probably expecting to hit no more than 1 bullet here. Man, lucky action seems like ridiculously powerful. Alright, so we've got a very solid flank on that guy next turn if he doesn't figure something out. And then... neither one of these is really going to help us with cover. I guess we just move up and, like, ambush, maybe? How much is it going to take to ambush with this weapon? 3 AP? Yeah, just hope that they move out into a more open position, because I don't even have range on them. Jim can't quite make it to cover.
Dead to rights.
Lucy is trying her hardest to feel like an action movie hero here. Do I think we have this guy with somebody else? Because, like, this shot on the one behind the little barricade over there seems real good, but it also leaves Skelly very exposed. It'd probably be Quan who has it, right? You know, it's pretty reasonable odds. With 3 bullets, I'll take it. Center mass, 20% hit chance. You know what? Actually, this is absolutely the move. There you go. Just shoot him in the fleshy parts, you know? Apparently this is a clean enough angle. The young gentleman is covered with dirt and shivering from the cold. His eyes are wide and shocked.
Oh, God. Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead between the Gateway Rocks.
All that apologizing's real suspicious.
Bellamy! Bellamy, look at me. Have you seen my family? Are they here?
Lucia? I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God. They went up ahead with their hostages, but... Lucia, I heard gunfire and screaming. You need to be ready for the worst.
If they've done anything to my people, I'm going to end them all.
Her eyes brim with tears, and she turns away angrily when she sees you looking. Also, we're already gonna end them all, so don't worry too much about that.
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but...
Do you really have this place rigged with explosives? Feels like the first and most pressing question.
God, no. I was stalling for time. If I had a few hours and the right chemicals, though, I could have prepared quite a surprise for them.
Okay, then who are you, and what the hell are you doing here?
My name is Bellamy Ward. I'm a scientist. I invented the solar collectors and experimental farms on top of the rocks. I was calibrating the solar arrays when the Dorseys came through here, herding their hostages with them. So I hid up here and kept out of sight. They're savages. Animals. They beat those people. Laughed at them when they begged for their lives. The kids were screaming, so they beat them too. Then they dragged them all further on, toward their camp.
How do you get enough solar power in this weather?
The PALs. Photon amplification lenses. They harness and focus the ambient light. It's fascinating, actually. They polarize the waves and create constructive interference.
Alright, well, I don't know enough about science to know if that's bullshit, so I accept it.
Normally, they maintain a stable temperature for the plants, but they can be adjusted to help power the solar collectors, or even thaw frozen components. I once coupled a PAL with a dynamic cross-photon matrix. I was trying to cook some bison steaks, but it incinerated the whole fire pit, melted the entire grill. Goes to show what can happen if you put a decimal in the wrong place.
Okay, so we have an in-universe explanation for why the light is able to unearth treasure for us. What was the material you used for the solar collectors?
A while ago, we found some old non-functional solar panels from before the deluge of fire. I couldn't figure out their function at first, until I recovered a microcircuitry board and developed a laser spectrography process. I realized that I could help solve some of the electrical generation issues that have always been a problem for the city.
I like the idea that Brass just gets 100% distracted from whatever's going on when she sees a neat piece of tech. She's like, hey, let's have a deep discussion about the technical details of everything you're doing here. Wait a second, also there are hostages.
I think they took everyone to their camp, just past the Gateway Rocks.
What about my family, Belle?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared and a little banged up, but they were still alive.
Okay, goodbye.
You saved my life. I won't forget it.
Yeah, you better not. I got extremely shot for you. Do I wanna... We have suture kits. We can afford to do a thing here. Are you also bleeding? He is. When did he start bleeding? Also, can I... Yeah, I guess that's fine, actually. Now, you know what? We should probably have hypos equipped as well. So, Skelly's done bleeding, and she didn't even die. We probably want to save the hypos for actual combat use, so let's just medic pack. This is probably not the most effective way to do this thing.
Ready for vengeance.
If I just use a medic pack from her from the inventory, I was worried that she would use it, and the amount that it heals is dependent on first aid. So I wanted Ringer to do it, but probably the game is smart enough to just have, when you use it from the inventory, have it applied as though the most skilled person did it. Alright, what do we got? Burned unreadable book, some garbage, a Hot Wheels car, which for some reason is not insanely valuable. Yeah, this is all just junk. More junk. Alright, a whole lot of junk. Also, there was definitely a container up on the ledge with this dude, which we are going to root through before we end the episode, because I am worried I will forget about it if we wait. It's a fancy melee combat weapon. A powerful attack that has plus 70% critical chance but minus 40% hit. Man, that's a... The price of that crowbar was $280. Can you imagine such a... Who would pay such a price? Alright, I think that is maybe a good place to stop for today. We got some things done, we met some people, we got ourselves in some trouble, and when you come back next time, tomorrow, there will be a whole complicated situation that needs resolving in the only way that we're really good at resolving situations. And we'll see you then.